intersection of my deepest needs. You were there, I knew, now you know.
Hi there, Aquarius. How are you guys doing? I really hope that this video finds you well. Welcome to your weekly reading back with me again, Anisa from the Inner Stereo. For those of you already in my channel, hello. And for those of you who haven't in a long time, welcome back. And I'm really sorry for the delay, guys. I've not been feeling quite well for quite a while. But thankfully, everything turns out to be okay. And I really do hope that you and your families are doing all well, especially in this difficult time, okay? So as usual, relationship spread. Don't forget to also check your sun, moon, rising, Venus. This is a general reading, so it may or may not resonate with you. So many amazing, talented tarot readers out there also on YouTube. So let's talk now. What's your overall energy for the now? You have a Seven of Wands, you have a Wheel of Fortune, and you also have the Queen of Swords. So I feel that things are starting to turn for you. Yes, you might be feeling oppressed. You might be feeling that you're besieged by. You might be feeling that somebody in this relationship is playing the victim and kind of like pointing their wands at you because you're feeling a little bit like you feel a bit besieged. You feel like a little bit oppressed. You feel that there's so many fingers pointing at you. And what happens when people point at you and keep on pushing you to do stuff? You became very, very defensive, right? And this is where the Queen of Swords comes at play. You might be perceived by the other person as being cold or being detached or not really caring about that person. But basically what you guys are doing is your defense mechanism kicking in. And you really do want to expand. You really want to turn things around, right? You no longer want to be paying 100% of your attentions towards your relationship sector, but you also want to expand your life, maybe in your work or maybe in your life purposes or in your goals or in your whatever that is, but you really want to turn things around. So what is the overall challenge of this relationship? You have the Ace of Wands and you also have the King of Swords. So Ace of Wands meaning that there's been a sudden halt in this relationship and one person is blaming the other person for either leading them on or having the hottest beginning and ends up being the coldest ending or whatever that is. But there is one person in here who feels that, wow, this is such a sudden halt. This might grow into a beautiful garden, a beautiful union, but the other person is stopping. So I think that other person probably is leading me on, or they're this, or they're that, or what have you. The second one is that you have the King of Swords. Actually, it's kind of like match up, with the overall energy and the overall challenge in a way that both of you, if you guys are only dating one person, both of you are being very, very stubborn with your logical thoughts. Right? You feel that, no, you cannot cross these boundaries. No, I want it this way. And the other person is also, no, I also want it this way. But whoever this is in this overall challenge with this King of Swords in here is, especially if this is like a longer relationship, has a tendencies to reopen the book of sins that you have done at them, or maybe they have done at you. And they're like, yo, explain. Before we turn things around, explain what is going on in here. Or maybe they're trying to punish you for something that you've been doing before, or you're trying to punish them for something that they've been doing before. But the King of Swords, Queen of Swords, there's like a lot of mental manipulations going on in here. There's like a lot of mind games that is going on in here as well. I think you guys have found the truth, and it acted like the Tower card in the past especially. Yeah, because this person was the Seven of Swords in reverse in a way that they were lying all of their cards down. They were like, well, they made their intention clear, at least they have thought, or they thought that they made their intentions very, very clear. But you're seeing them as somebody who is being very, very selfish because they do not have that reflective quality. Right? Like, this is why you're feeling the Seven of Swords, simply because in the past this person was the Hermit card in reverse. They don't have, you feel that they don't, in Asia we call it like ngacha, meaning that they don't reflect, they don't really view themselves in the mirror and they get to look like what they have done. Right? You feel that all they do is pointing fingers at you. That's why you feel very, very oppressed or very, very besieged. With Makarto Masa sekarang, that means 5 cards in the now. Ace of Pentacles in reverse. 3 of Swords. This person is kind of like quite hurt. I think the similar way that you felt about them in the past, they're starting to feel it in the now. They really do think that when they lay down all of their cards and made their intentions clear, they it's a one step to have a happy union with you, but they feel rejected and they feel ignored. They feel that you're not letting them in, and it really does hurt them. they're starting to lose faith and they're starting to lose confidence, in your relationship with them. They feel that you guys are not deciding. They feel that you guys are not prioritizing them in some ways, and you're just not letting them in. That's why they're feeling very, very hurt in the now, especially with that Three of Swords. It's really, really hurtful. They might also be wondering if you may have like another person, in your life, because they're the Three of Swords right now. They're starting to lose faith. They're starting to, maybe this is not really the one. It's hurtful for me. I don't know what to do about it. I don't know how to make Aquarius open up to me. I feel like they don't care anymore. I feel that, something like that. Lima kartu masa depan, that means 5 cards in the future. Page of Pentacles. They're still analyzing you, though. They're still, you might have like a little bit of a stalker, because traditionally Page of Pentacles is like you're eyeing your pentacles, or you're eyeing your prize, and you're trying to see it from top to bottom to really calculate for yourself whether it's worthy of your investment or not. So whatever they're deciding in the now, it's not really definite. It's not really finished. Yes, but they're hurt. That's true. That's real. But like the decisions that they're making in the past and in the now, it's not definite, because they're still wanting to give this, another chance. They also have that Six of Pentacles in there, meaning that they would want to try to be generous with you again and invest in you, their time, their efforts, and their energy. Three of Cups, they might want to rebuild the friendship aspect. So the way that they come towards your life is not being all lovey-dovey, like, oh, I miss you, oh, I do this, oh, I da, like that. No, but they're more like, like, hi, how are you doing? Try to talk to you more often. Try to talk to you on a daily basis. Try to befriend you. Try to be your best friends and all that stuff. But you don't trust them that much, do you? Similar to how they do not trust you, you also don't trust them, especially, in the future. There's going to be a time where, yes, they're going to be very, very generous. They're going to, try to rebuild the friendship aspect of the relationship. But you also see them, being nice and friendly to other people, and, getting their attentions maybe divided by other things in their life. And you guys are like, well, what happened? You have a Page of Swords there. So you also, similar to how they do not trust them, you don't trust them either. Page of Wands is in there, right at the bottom of your deck, in a way that this person is trying to feel that you have grown further and further apart, further distance from them. So they're trying to do something and try to rebuild a relationship aspect. But it's like you both misses one another, looking back in nostalgia or in whatever, like your heart really yearns for one another, but then you have that, shadow side, trust issues, logical thoughts that is really blocking this connection from happening, because both of you trust one another. Yes, to open up and be vulnerable once more. Okay, so that is it if you guys are only dating one person. But if you are done with this person and you're looking to move on from this person, I feel that, like, in the now, though, you do have somebody who really think that you guys are really, really hot. You guys are really, really interesting. But I feel that you're really closing off your hot chakras. You're not really letting them in. You're not letting anybody in, to be honest with you, Aquarius, with that Four of Cups and Two of Swords there. But in the future, you would have, I think, an earth sign, so Capricorn, Virgo, or Taurus, they might have that in their Venus, I think, or Mars, or maybe in their ascendant. They're going to court you. So it's a courting process. It's not like a flirting and whatever. It's like a courting process. They're trying to court you, and you're like, oh wow, like I kind of see the potentials in them, but you would need to do some background research, like a little bit like a Scorpio behavior from the way that I see this. So you would try to do like a little bit of a background research on them before you decide on whether you want to be with this person or not. Okay, so that is it if you guys are dealing with one person, or even if you're trying to move on and you're single. Now let's move on to the two people scenario. So if you guys are dealing with two people, So if you guys are dealing with two people, person A is somebody who you feel are not very, is a bit selfish. They don't think that they might be the cause of the problem of the relationship. Everything is always being blamed and pointed at you. They're not really a reflective person. And they don't really have a good relationship with themselves to know and figure out what is it that I want in a relationship. And you feel that with this person, oh wow, like I can never be or act normal with them again because I'm so into it. And you feel that the friendship aspect of the relationship where both of you could act normal to one another is there, right? The connection is still there, but the normal, you know how if you guys, the tension in the room when you have this feeling with other people and you cannot just act normal around them. So in the now though, this person is starting to lose faith and hope with their relationship with you simply because they think that you're not opening up to them. You're not opening up to them. In the future, this person is then going to start, it's like a test. It's like a test. Like, hey, what's up? Like, it's just like a test trying to court you again. And you probably are going to be feeling very, very happy about it. They're going to try to rebuild the friendship aspect between the both of you. So that's person A. Person B is somebody who laid out a truth, whatever that is, but it was a bit like a tower moment. It was shocking truth. Like you didn't know, like maybe they, are in a relationship with somebody else, or maybe they got engaged, or they told you that, I don't know, they're adopted, or I don't know, anything, okay? Anything with that Seven of Swords and reverse in there. They tell you the truth and it act like a tower card for you. In the now, you're not letting it in per se. You're like, nope, I don't care, I don't feel, I don't think about you. And they're hurting. They're really hurting because deep down inside, they still do have expectations for you, right? In the future, this person is going to be generous again with you. This person is going to try to invest something in you in which you're going to protest about it. I think you have a problem with whatever truth that you find out about this person in the past. All right? So I think that is it for my reading for you, Aquarius. I really do hope that, next week we could meet again for another weekly reading, and I'll see you guys next week. Okay? Bye-bye, guys. Have a great day. I love you.
If I love you and you love me, let's plant a seed, watch it grow into a tree, baby. Why don't we grow some nectarines, baby? Why don't we grow a little